Hi, this is how we need to be comfortable being both a teacher and a learner in our relationship. I'm Lisa, Love and Marriage Guide, and I teach I teach psychology at a community college in near where I live. And I recently went to a retreat for teachers that was a really beautiful experience because we all just supported each other. There was no hierarchy. We all really found that we were in the same boat and we were dealing with the same issues. We had a passion for teaching. We had something that we really wanted to teach. And we really wanted to see our students and support them in becoming who they wanted to be. And we all had different subjects that we were teaching and different approaches to teaching and different things that we really wanted to impart to our students. But we also recognized that we were learning from them at the same time. And so that was in my mind. And it was just such a great experience where I could just be myself. And everyone there was themselves, and they just shined from who they were because we all felt safe. There wasn't anybody above us threatening our jobs or anybody telling us that they knew better than us or they were the experts. And there wasn't anybody below us that we had to take care of and like burdensome or we had to take care of them and do all the work for them. No, we were all equals. We all recognized each other's power, each other's light, each other's gifts. And the way that this applies to my relationship with my husband is I didn't really know that it applied to my relationship with my husband. But the way that it applies to my relationship with my husband, I was talking to him this morning, and I was sharing my dreams with him, which is something that I like to do, but I didn't recognize that in sharing my dreams, I was talking about the future and where I wanted to be on a beach, sunny and warm. And meanwhile, my husband had just invested all this time and energy and money into our house and we have a new deck and into our environment. And all he's hearing from me is that I want to be somewhere else. And so I didn't really recognize that. But he walked away and he was all upset, and I was like, I'm just trying to share my dreams with you. Why is it so hard for you to hear them? And then I played him this video on how he could be a better listener and be there and take care of himself at the same time. And he listened to it. He was very open and he listened to it. And then he said to me, I'm all about being here in the present moment. And I'm all about being grateful and working hard and seeing every step of the way of how my hands get us what we have. And I know that I need that. This man has really taught me gratitude. He's taught me to appreciate everything I have. He's taught me to be patient. He's taught me to be present and the beauty of the present moment. And I live in the future all the time, in dreaming and so he's really taught me so much. And I realize that as I'm talking to him and he's talking to me and he's getting really annoyed at me. And I'm realizing I need you to be a really kind and gentle teacher to me because I don't know how to do this. I know you're my teacher. I don't know how to do this. So I said this to him. I said, can you be kind and gentle with me and know that you have a gift to give me, but it's really hard for me to learn this. And he stayed with me and he was patient and I reflected back to him what I heard him say and that it hit me and I realized that he was right. And I was right too. I mean, I have dreams that I want to share with him, and I just have to do it in a way where I can acknowledge how far we've come. So, later on, he said to me, "Thank you for being patient with me." And I said to him, "Thank you for staying with me." Those, I think, part of being a good teacher and being a good learner in relationship is acknowledging what it takes and acknowledging each other's injuries. Like for me, it was that people, and I experienced this as a teacher too, like it's painful for me when I have something to give and nobody wants to receive it, or I feel like nobody wants to receive it. And so when he stayed with me, it felt to me like he understood how important it was for me that he just be present and value whatever I have to give. And I tried to do that for him. I did do that for him. I was able to hear him and really value what he had to say. So I think it's important to think about this as in relationship, in particular in marriage, because marriage can be very hard. But if we think of ourselves as both teachers and learners, or teachers and students in our relationships, I think it will just help us come from a better place, a place of humbleness, of really like, what do I have to learn here? How can I open myself to this? And then also, what do I have to give here? What do I have to offer here? And how can I recognize that this other person doesn't have that? And it may be very new to them. So I have to meet them where they're at in order to take them to where I'm at. I have to go because our neighbor lost their cats and I think I found it.